This is a video overview of two really powerful features within RezSystem called capacity alerts and cutoff times. So first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about what alerts and cutoff times are. They're actually two separate things, and then we're going to show you how to set them up within RezSystem. So first of all, let's talk about alerts. What are alerts? Well, really simply, it's an email notification based upon a business rule. And that notification can go to you or it can go to a third party. And it could be an alert about a cancellation. And so maybe you don't need a motor coach one day. And so you want to send, when a cancellation occurs on a slot, you want to send a notification to a third party that says, we're not going to need the bus that day. You can also set up a notification based upon, again, another business rule, which might be when I hit 12 passengers at a time slot, send me a notification, because maybe your rule is with every 12 passengers you need one guide, and if you want to add more people during that time, you may want to go take a look and see if you can add another guide during that day. So it's alerts that are sent to you via email or a third party via email based upon business rules that you have. Now, the second part of this is cutoff times. And cutoff times are basically a rule that says, when do I want to stop taking online sales? It doesn't prevent you from taking a reservation over the phone and putting it in, but it's when do you want to stop presenting opportunities for your customers to purchase online? And you can also set rules that say, I only want to stop selling online if we don't hit X number of guests. So a booking minimum that goes along with it. So very powerful. We'll talk a little bit about how to set these up and some additional examples of this within the system. But first, setting them up is really simple. Go to Activities, View, and then once you choose that activity, click on Alerts in the blue navigation bar. And we'll actually take you here and we'll go do this. We'll do a quick example of this. And so we'll go step over here. And so in the system, you get here by simply going to Setup, Activities, just as we talked about, and then choose your activity that you want to do it for. Now again, this is really powerful because you can set it up on a per activity basis. Now, once I'm in this activities, there's a section here called alerts. And there are really three types of alerts that can be set up, and you can do a couple of different things under each one. The first thing we're going to talk about is cutoff alerts. And the cutoff alerts gives you a couple of different options. The first is to say, I want to do a cutoff, 2 days prior, and I just want to send an email. Or you could say, I want to do a cutoff alert 2 days prior. I want to not only send an email to myself, but I also want to take these slots off sale. Or you can just say, I'm going to take them off sale. Now, there's one other business rule that you can put in place here, which is minimum capacity. So let's say you have an activity that in order to run the activity, you need a minimum of 3 people. So if I were to put in 3 people here, and on any slot that is at least 2 days before, that does not have a minimum number of 3 people, we're going to stop selling that slot. So it gives you the opportunity to do some advanced planning based upon the capacity that is coming in or the capacity for any specific slot that's there. Now, I could also send a little alert to myself and I could put in an email address here. So I could put in David at RezSystem if I wanted to. And I could make sure that I will not only take the slots off sale, but I'll send an email to myself. And it's like a little notification that says, hey, I don't have to work at this time on this day. Now, that's what we call the cutoff alerts. And again, you can make it just simply an email, or you can choose to take the slots off sale, or you could do a combination of both. Now, we also have these near capacity alerts. And these are really powerful in that it gives you the opportunity to try and maximize your sales opportunities at specific times. So if you know that maybe 10 o'clock on Saturdays are sometimes busy, but you can only take so many guests out based upon the number of staff members that you have on any given day, you can put a little reminder email to yourself that says, hey, when I have either X number of spaces remaining or I'm 80% booked, send me an alert so that I know I can maybe bring another staff member on that day. So that's the second part of this capacity alerts that you can do. And again, this is just a notification to yourself or to other employees. Hey, we're at 80%. I'm going to need another employee to come in during that day. And now the last part about this is the booking and slot alert activities. And again, this is really primarily designed for third-party partners. So you have, maybe you've got a partner that you work with that is your motor coach company. And so you want to send an email to your motor coach company every time there's a reservation that's made or there has been a cancellation that's been made, so that that partner knows that they have either something to do or they've got a notification that there's something that's canceled for that time as well. So that just gives you, again, a way to communicate with those third parties based upon automated rules that happen within the system for your customer. Now, that's really kind of the final overview here. And so the last thing I want to just share with you is, obviously, if you ever need help or assistance from us, please feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 877-337-0437 or by email at helpdesk@rezsystem.com. Thanks.